First Corinthians 9:13 and 14. Do ye not know that they which minister about holy things, you know, don't you, that those who perform the temple service? Are you not aware that those who conduct the temple services, are you ignorant to the fact that those who ministered sacred things live on the things of the temple, get their living from the temple, get their daily bread from the temple, take part in sacred food of the temple for their use, get their food from the temple? And they which wait at the altar are partakers with the altar, are those who attend regularly to the altar, and as attendants of the altar get their share of the sacrifices, and those who serve the altar share in the sacrificial service. So what Paul's stating is, okay, let's go back to the Old Testament under the law and show this, how God set this standard. The priest ate because of the sacrifices given. People would give bread offering, grain offering, animal sacrifices. The priests lived by partaking in this, and God intended for the priest to partake in this. Paul's point is, I'm ministering to the gospel. Don't think it's bad to help me sustain by giving me food. Paul wasn't saying, make me rich off the gospel. No, Paul was saying, I'm serving. This is my duty. You should take it a pleasure to give me food and water and house me. Paul wasn't trying to make rich off the gospel, and we need to watch out for those that do. But Paul was saying, I'm living for the gospel. You have a job you go daily to do. My job's the gospel. Shouldn't I be allowed to partake food from this? Meat, survive off this? Shouldn't you be giving me just as you do them? Even so hath the Lord ordained. On the same principle the Lord has ordered, so to the master has appointed, in the same way the Lord commanded. That which preach the gospel should live of the gospel. The heirs of the gospel live by the preaching of the gospel. They who the glad message tells should of the glad message live. That those who proclaim the gospel should get their living by the gospel. So this is talking about, it's good to pay pastors, preachers. Some churches can't afford to do this to where they can't have another job. And that's understandable. But it should be the goal. If they have a calling from God to serve as pastor, the thing we should try to do is give enough to where they can do that fully. Not let a thing like a job getting in the way. But they got to be able to put it fully as well for it to even receive that point, I believe.